Today, turns out Activision Blizzard sucks, and not even for the usual reasons this time. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint, where we're here and you're not, due to the vagaries of space and time.
Are you saying the only thing stopping them from being here is the nature of how things are?
Yeah, if very existence were different in some way, we could all be here, but instead it's just us.
And Paul.
And Paul.
Hello.
Ghosts of Tsushima's director's cut takes Jin Sakai to Iki Island, where he gets up to some stuff about personal trauma and coming to terms with ghosts or Tsushima or whatever. Look, what's important is that Jin also gets to pet some cats. Now, petting animals isn't new to Ghosts of Tsushima. We've all looped the fox petting clips several dozen times, but after adding dogs in an update, developers Sucker Punched realized the breadth of animals they could put in their petting simulator and have added cats, deer, and monkeys. You can tell this is a fantasy game because Jin is actually able to pet a monkey, and frankly, that's impossible. Monkeys are horrible little creatures with tiny little hands, and they will fuck you up the moment you walk into their hot spring. They have nothing to lose and do not fear death in any manner we can comprehend. If you're going to pet a monkey, don't. Wrap it in a towel and kick it off a bridge. Don't worry, it won't die. You can't kill a demon. You're just buying yourself time until your next encounter, when it will assuredly go for your peach.
Netflix is adding gaming to its repertoire. I don't know, why? But yeah, the movie and TV streaming service confirmed that they'll be focusing on mobile games to start with, and that games that they add will be included with your Netflix subscription at no additional cost. Just hope they take their time and don't make the same mistakes made very recently by Amazon and Google by woefully underestimating how much time and money it takes to actually make games. But the move makes sense. Netflix does have a treasure trove of valuable properties to ruin by making into garbage mobile games, and why let a third party pinch those off when you can bungle it in-house for greater profits? Can't wait for the Tiger King Cat Sanctuary Simulator. Remember Tiger King?
If you like to throw your controller or drop kick your console, you'll be pleased to know that there's a healthier way to get out your cherished gamer aggression in a way that doesn't involve shouting slurs. A UK company called Electrical Direct is launching Demolition Therapy, an exercise in mindless destruction where you and a buddy can drop 50 pounds to fuck up an old Xbox for 30 minutes, no questions asked. While the trailer makes it clear that this isn't just for gamers because, hey, laptop notifications, am I right? It also highlights that urge we all feel to destroy our own property when we can't immediately purchase something new. And I must admit, I was unaware that this was a thing. Apparently, people just huck their old and anemic PlayStation 4s off a railway trellis just because they couldn't get a PS5. Which is fucking logic. I can't have the new one, so now I don't want the old one. I'm with you, Demolition Therapy. I can't afford an electric car yet, so after the show, I'm just gonna drive my Jetta off a sea cliff. And Electrical Direct is bringing their show to you if you live in London, Manchester, Birmingham, Bristol, and Glasgow. But if you don't you dare skive off with your old Mega Drive and start punting it about the rubbish tip without first ponying up the 50 quid. Bollocks!
It's rare that huge gaming news stories break on Wednesday night when we write this show, so it's always exciting when this happens. What's the news this week? Aw, hell. Yeah, if you haven't heard, Activision Blizzard is being sued by the state of California for being a big old dumpster of terrible. That's the headline. Activision is allegedly so shitty to women that a whole state is suing them. Now, obviously, that's an exaggeration, right? Not really. This lawsuit, and we'll get to what it alleges shortly, was filed by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, an agency of the state government set up to protect Californians from employment and housing discrimination and hate violence. And this suit is being brought against Activision in the Los Angeles Superior Court following a 2-year investigation. The filing, which is not short, lists both broad and narrow allegations, and please take this as read that legally these are all allegations, so that I don't have to constantly repeat the word allegedly while telling you the following. Women make up only 20% of Activision's workforce. Women get assigned lower starting salaries and are otherwise paid less than men for similar work. And that's assuming they stick around, because women are promoted more slowly and fired more quickly than their male peers. And those female employees who did get promotions had to work harder and longer to get them than their male counterparts, who were frequently promoted around them. One woman, who asked to be appropriately paid for and promoted into the role she was already performing, was told they couldn't do that in case she got pregnant and decided she liked being a mom too much. And other women were given negative performance reviews while away on maternity leave. And others were kicked out of lactation rooms so that employees could use them for meetings. And who had it worse than women? Why, black women, of course, like the one who, when she requested time off from her manager, was asked to submit a one-page write-up on how she was going to spend that time off, something none of her male coworkers had been asked for. And according to the DFEH, when Activision got complaints about pay disparity, they hired outside law firms to investigate it, were told they absolutely had pay disparity, and did nothing to address it. And then there's the sexual harassment. It says in the actual filing that working at Activision Blizzard was akin to working in a frat house, with male employees arriving hungover or drinking at work, going on cube crawls, literally crawling through the offices, and just generally making inappropriate sex or rape jokes, making unwanted advances, and of course, unwanted physical contact, including, but not limited to, former senior creative director for World of Warcraft, Alex Afrasiabi, who retired quietly last year, and I guess now we know why, getting so handsy with female employees during BlizzCon that supervisors had to intervene and pull him off of them. Blizzard president J. Allen Brack, you remember the epic Hearthstone esports moment guy? Apparently, he gave Afrasiabi a stern talking to for being a naughty boy. This is a guy, Afrasiabi, who is such a notorious harasser that his office was nicknamed the Cosby Suite after Bill Cosby. Quietly retired last year, no actual repercussions.
Paul, I don't want to talk about Lego Mario anymore. Graham, what the shit?
Oh, there's more. Yeah, it actually gets worse if you want to read the whole thing. I don't recommend it. But the Department of Fair Employment and Housing says in their filing that they believe Activision Blizzard's actions are, in as many words, willful, malicious, fraudulent, and oppressive, and that they've demonstrated no indication that they will stop. Late last night, Activision Blizzard shot back at these allegations with a statement that doesn't do much to engender sympathy, basically saying that they've been very cooperative the whole time, even though the DFEH refused to tell them why they were conducting this investigation. Yeah, no shit, Activision. Why do you think the people investigating you didn't want to tell you what they were looking for, as if you didn't actually know? Well, in Activision's words, quote, "It is this type of irresponsible behavior from unaccountable state bureaucrats that are driving many of the state's best businesses out of California." Yeah, next time a government department investigates me for 2 years, I'll definitely call them unaccountable bureaucrats. I'm sure that'll work great. Also, the DFEH mentions in this filing that they tried to resolve this without litigation by requiring Activision to participate in free dispute resolution sessions earlier in July, but that they couldn't resolve anything. Activision claims this is all not the Blizzard of today, and that they foster a workplace that offers inclusivity for everyone. And maybe that would carry more weight if, when the AFL-CIO, the largest labor union in the U.S., asked them to implement a policy to increase workplace diversity, Activision hadn't then asked the SEC to block that proposal because it would be, quote, unworkable. Sounds to me like the only thing that is unworkable here is being a woman at Activision. What was your thing? Some kind of like Lego Mario?
It's not even a real thing, and it's $900.
Well, that's awful.
Yeah, that's awful.
If I've learned anything over the last year, it's that multiple things can be awful at the same time.
Coming up, fans politely ask Amplitude Studios to remove De Novo from their upcoming game Humankind, and Amplitude agreed. Did nobody ever just think to ask before? Hey, do you still want to have that talk about bullies?
No repercussions. Hey, something Paul noticed
Yes.
that was in the Activision's response
Oh,
is
yeah.
that they were always in their like, no, we're not, we refuse. They're always referring to it as Blizzard.
Oh.
They're like, this is not the Blizzard of today. They mention anytime they in their response mention the company,
Right.
It's Blizzard.
As if to allege that, make everyone think that this is what happened before the merger and we straightened everything out.
I think they're trying to sort of to like incept people with this like separation of, it's one company. It's called Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
It's one company.
Yeah.
Right? People will refer to Activision or Blizzard depending on what game they're talking about.
Right.
Or, you know, like, because people love Blizzard, but they don't like Activision. So they'll be like, oh, you know, like Blizzard makes really cool games. Activision sucks balls.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's one company.
Yeah. And the filing is to Activision Blizzard. And yeah,
Though it's funny because I guess in that state of mind, if the people at the very top are like, well, you know, this is a Blizzard problem. This is not anybody who's on the Activision side of things.
oh, I'm
when we
sure
had the
they
merger,
think that.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure that they think that.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like, the things we've talked about certainly we keep dropping names about like, oh, World of Warcraft or you know what I'm like, but we don't know when the DFEH did the investigation. How wide did those tendrils go? Like, do they actually say we are investigating the Activision side of Activision Blizzard? It is all one company after all. You can, if you're investigating a company and you're going to look at everything, you're going to look at everything.
Yeah. The filing's 30 pages long, so if you want to, it's not all just listing allegations, but a lot of it is.
And content warning that there is like,
oh yeah,
there is some rough shit in there.
Probably don't need to read it honestly, but I didn't go into that in there. Hey, I could tell you about something totally unrelated and more entertaining.
Love to hear it.
The Genshin Impact
Yes, I know that game.
has announced a crossover. You will never guess the next waifu coming to Genshin Impact.
I was going to say, is it from Honkai Impact? But no.
No.
Okay. Is it from Evangelion?
No.
Okay. A waifu, you say? Mm-hmm. Is it Space Jam 2 related?
No.
Damn it. All right. Well, then you got me. What is it?
I'll give you a hint. It's going to be free for PS4 and PS5 players. And they get it sooner.
Is it from Horizon Zero Dawn?
It is.
Yes.
It's Aloy.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
But now she's anime.
Very anime. Wow.
Very anime.
Oh, I like her. All anime, actually. But I like all the Planeswalkers anime myself, too.
Yeah.
I'm fucked up.
People
like
thought that they found, there was like data mining, and they found like an asset called Aloy like a long time ago. And people were like, this can't be the same. This isn't the Aloy we're thinking about, right? This can't be the same. That would be laughable. And now everyone's like, oh, that was real. Huh.
Is it a gacha pull?
I mean, they all are.
Yeah.
But apparently this is a free one.
Neat.
Because it's for cross promotion.
Right, to promote things. It's like, you just get this for free. Just open a box and there she is. Which is a really weird thing to say. Open this box and a woman's inside. Fuck!
Well, if you put it like that.
Yeah. It seems like a terrible thing to say.